Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David SERERO, and I have the pleasure to have today over the phone a very, very talented actor, writer, producer, and film director. His name is Eithan Paisley. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Eithan Paisley. How are you, Eithan, today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for taking some time with us today. So let me tell you, you're a very, very talented man because, first of all, you are so old, very old man, and you haven't done anything in your life, I must tell you. That's just, you are, 16 years old, and I must say that I'm so impressed by the quality of your work and all the great things that you have done. You have done recently this fantastic feature film that is called Point 453, which was screened at the Marché du Film in Cannes. I know very well that film festival, and it was purchased by four international buyers who attended the screening, and you did also many other things. So first of all, congratulations for your work.
Thank you.
No, I watched what you did. It's so real. The way you are handling the camera and the way you're doing the thriller and everything. It's phenomenal. So for the people who don't know you, please tell us where you're from and what brought you to this film industry.
Yeah, sure. So I actually live in a small town in California near San Francisco. And as a kid, I grew up doing local theater. That quickly transitioned into making YouTube videos. And after a while on YouTube, I found that I just really liked the process of filmmaking. So that brought me to making my own films. And my freshman year of high school, I actually made my first feature film called The Art of Escape about drug addiction in teens. And that film went on to screen in festivals around the world and got a distribution deal with Intellect Pictures in London. And that was kind of my first breakout into, making serious film work and producing narrative content. So from that point on, I was really inspired to keep on that path. My sophomore year of high school, I launched my production company, which has since produced about 15 short films, 2 feature films, and a couple commercials. So it's been a really great journey so far.
Wow, congratulations. Ooh. So it sounds like you started your career 50 years ago, with all the great things that you did. But, it's so passionate how to see how people, even from 16 years old today, are already so well educated in that matter. And I think we owe this to the access of internet and the access of information. And now you can do things with the technology that is in your hands. Because in the old days, you only the studio could do a movie, So now we can do a lot of things. What are your thoughts on that?
It's extremely exciting, and it's just a great, I'm so fortunate to be part of this generation and be, using the tools of social media and what have you, that can help, grow and engage an audience, and, further distribute your work and get that seen and, in that just learn about the filmmaking process. And, I think social media for me has been a really big part of doing the business of my work and getting it out there, sourcing festivals, sales agents, networking. It's really a blessing, social media and the internet in general. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. And also how to use it because, my dad has Facebook, but I guarantee you he doesn't know how to use it. But you know how to use it, which is great, and you have this very strong intelligence or how to put your name and do your spot within this very large industry, because now you have pros and cons with all of that. You have it's easier to do stuff and easier to make it known to people, but all the bad side of the coin is that you have now more people who are doing the same thing. So that's, of course, time will tell who is right. And definitely, I really, really think that this is only with you the beginning of a very, very strong career. So tell me, first of all, about that movie, Point 453, which is, for me, really a masterpiece. It's really a fantastic piece of film directing, really, really. And not surprised that it went to Cannes. Really not surprised. It's really, for me, the definition of the American indie film. It's really right in the perfect style. So what was for you I should say the philosophy of that movie, but what was your idea behind this movie, and how did it come to you? And also, how did you approach that film?
Right. So Point 453 was inspired by kind of an episode of depression I actually encountered my sophomore year of high school. And that, whenever I'm kind of emotional, I like to write. So I wrote a very basic love story script. And that slowly evolved into a story that again was still personal to me, but involved a lot of elements of my past family life and friends' family lives. And I kind of shaped a drama about untreated mental illness and how there's the lack of a conversation about that. So to explore that, I basically set the story inside of a dysfunctional household, where there's a boy and his father who are both seen as burdens to their family for having a mental illness and the outcome of that. But in their isolation, find a connection and demonstrate to their family how to love and how to accept. And I think in making the film, it's connected with a lot of people because it deals with a very relevant, subject matter. I mean, there is a large population around the world of mentally ill. We are all human. We all are flawed. And the more we can accept that and learn to love and forgive, I think, it makes the world go round. So I think that's why the film has had a certain degree of success, is because it's put out that positive message and put out hope and, demonstrated that everything's going to be okay in the end, no matter what in your family life you're dealing with. So I hope it sets that example and delivers that sense of optimism. Yeah.
And also you pushed that message further than the film itself, because on your great website I saw the activism tab, and I saw you even went to talk to do some speech about it, and you're a strong activist, and you went to the 2017 IE Sonoma and Sonoma County event where we can hear you and watch you talk about it. And I think that's a wonderful thing that you are expanding the message beyond the movie itself. That's really, really a lovely thing. So if I want to watch that movie, I have some connections, so I know I can watch the movie, but if I want to order the movie Point 453, what should I do?
Where can you access it?
I'm sorry?
In terms of where can you access it, or?
Yeah, if I want to purchase, if I want to watch the movie, is it on VOD already?
Yeah. So we're actually in the process. It's a very exciting process. It's super interesting to learn at my age. We're actually contracting the film with the 3 VOD platforms that we contracted in Cannes, and so that means about a year from now, the film is going to be streaming on different kind of smaller video-on-demand platforms around the world. There's one in Florida we're working with in the States, but outside of the U.S., it will be available in France, Sweden, South Africa, and the Philippines.
Wow.
Separate platforms within those countries. So that's been a really cool experience, learning how that kind of distribution process works. And, I think it's exciting, and it's really great because, my goal as a filmmaker, now that I've made this film and other films that deal with social topics, I really think it's important that through the media we promote a comfortable conversation about, subjects that may be considered taboo or, under the rail, like bipolar disorder or human trafficking. I think bringing that up in a comfortable sense and in the media and spreading that around the world makes a really positive difference. So I'm very excited that this is going to be the first project for me that's kind of reached so far out of, my community and spread that message.
It is really well deserved, because really from the trailer that you can see on YouTube, you really understand within the very first second that this is a big film, and doing a big film doesn't mean to have $20 million in budget. Doing a big film is with strong acting, with good director who is such as you are, who is inspiring actors, and you are doing this so nice. And allow me to throw a message a little bit out there, because in our audience we have a lot of film producers, we have a lot of investors, we have theater owners, we have also distributors, and I want all of these people to really go online and check you out, to go either on your website, which is EithanPaisley.com. Let me spell it out for you. It's EithanPaisley.com. And there is also a website. I mean, just Google .453 and a film, and you'll be able definitely to find information about it and to contact Eithan directly. I'm sure people can reach you on Facebook and other social media. And definitely work with Eithan, because that's also a good way for you to invest on the young film director, which would be, I'm pretty sure, faithful once he will become a big star. And trust me, he's already on the way there, because that's a fantastic movie. If a 16-year-old, you can do a movie like that, man, a 16-year-old that didn't know how to write and how to read, So you to do a movie that's like, that's congratulations. I'm exaggerating, and you have to read, but I mean, that's really, really, really impressive. So what is next for you before we start to say goodbye to each other? What is the next thing for you?
So I have a really exciting announcement on what's happening next. So I actually made a short film this past year called Playing the Game about child sex trafficking in America. And right now I'm actually developing that story into a feature-length script with director Indrani Paul-Chaudhry, who's done a lot of work with David Bowie and just shot a tribute to Alexander McQueen and is doing some amazing work. So we're working together on a script with a couple other producers between New York and LA. So we're going to be putting together a new feature about a very passionate subject. So I'm extremely excited to start work on that.
Wow, you can be very proud of yourself. And I'm not surprised. When, we say within 2 lines, when even someone that you don't know, he sends you an email, within the first lines, you can tell right away the person has the mind for it. And people nowadays are bombarded with emails, but when someone sends an email, within 2 lines, you already know that you're talking to a professional. And I'm pretty sure, my dear Eithan, you have a very, very, very strong feature very strong future for you. So what is there anything you want to say to our audience before we say goodbye to each other?
I think I would just say, never underestimate young people for what they're capable of. Always support, believe in the next generation. And I think on a broader scale, in terms of the media and what we're seeing in the media, I think we should all really focus on what a powerful medium film is and the difference we can make in our community with that platform. So I think the more we can incorporate themes of education and social topics, I think integrating that in film and bringing those conversations up in a comfortable sense is going to change the world, and that's my goal. So I'm hoping people can learn to, adapt to that idea and just, keep creating.
Yeah, exactly. Keep creating. That's the word that we will keep for the rest of the weekend. My dear Ethan, thank you so much for taking some time with us today. Ladies, it's really a pleasure, and I want you to know this is your show. This is your radio for your next film, for your next adventure. you know, all you have to do is make me a phone call and you are on the air, really, because you are extremely, really talented. So that, and you're a good person, you know, so that's also, it doesn't hurt, you know. So, and you're using Wix for the website?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use also Wix. So, you know, it's like one of the things. Yeah, they're doing the best website. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to the Country News. My name is David SERERO. I had the pleasure to have over the phone today the very talented film director, actor, and producer, Eithan Paisley. Let me spell it for you, Ethan, and Paisley, Paisley. He has a great website, EithanPaisley.com. He is very talented. He has just released a great movie called Point 453. You can check out the trailer, and you can share it on Facebook and also social media. Thank you so much, Eithan. Talk to you very soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.